Hello, everybody. I am Shane.
And I'm Matt. Welcome to ABC Interactive English.
Okay, we are talking about asking about time and date. And this is part B, booking a hotel room. Why do you need to book a hotel room? Why not just go to the place, the city or the area you're going to go, and then find a hotel room there, and then just go to the hotel. Are there any rooms available?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, if you book in advance, it's going to be cheaper because you're booking way before, and then you don't waste the time when you arrive somewhere looking around for different places. You can just go to your hotel, check in, and then start exploring the place.
But I've had the experience before that I've booked a hotel room and the pictures look really beautiful and it looks like the neighborhood is nice, and then I get there and I realize, wow, this place is terrible.
Well,
so I'd rather go and then look around and say, wow, that hotel looks awesome, and then go to that hotel and check it out.
Yeah, but if you maybe had just read the reviews of the hotel, you would see if people said it's in a good location, or if the rooms were actually like the pictures on the booking website.
Sometimes I don't believe those reviews. I think that the hotel will hire people to say nice things about it. I want to see it with my own eyes. And I want to get a feeling for the neighborhood that I'm going to be in. Yeah, so that's the way I travel.
No, I mean, I think you're wasting too much time with that, and you're not getting the good deals like I am.
Okay, everybody has their own way of doing things, so I guess we're going to be talking about booking a hotel room, so we'll...
Let's see how they go about booking their rooms.
Okay, let's see.
Paul is talking to a hotel clerk on the telephone.
ABC Hotel, how may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to book a room.
Sure. What kind do you need and what dates will you need it?
A single room is fine, and I need it next month from the 21st to the 23rd.
Okay, so we're talking about asking about time and date and booking a hotel room. What does that mean to book something? A book, like it's a book is a noun. We know what that is. What does it mean to book?
To book. So in this case, it means to ask to have something or some place for a certain time or date, or maybe a range of dates. So to book is when you maybe call a hotel or use the online website to reserve your hotel room, or you could reserve many things. You could book a table at a restaurant.
That's true, right?
And I think the reason it's the same as the word book is because before computers it would be written in a book.
Yeah, you actually write it in a book, like, oh yes, Matt is staying here on the 16th, right? Okay, and there's not only hotels that you can book, right? You can book like different kinds of accommodations. So accommodations are places that you can stay. So you could have like a B&B.
Yeah,
right?
B&B.
Which is bed and breakfast.
You might get served some bread for breakfast.
For breakfast, right.
We'll see. Yeah, you could also book a hostel. So a hostel where maybe many people. You're really just booking a bed in a hostel.
Right. A lot of times when you're a backpacker, right, you will stay in a hostel.
Yeah. So you book a bed in a room with many other people.
I don't like that. Sharing with a lot of strangers, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And some people will actually rent out their apartment. Like there's some apps you can use like Airbnb, and then some people will put their apartment there, and then you can just rent their apartment, right?
Yeah, that's a nice one more thing you can book.
Yeah, okay. Lots of things that you can book. Okay, so here we have Paul is talking to a hotel clerk on the telephone. So I will be Paul.
Okay, and then I will be the clerk.
Okay.
All right. ABC Hotel, how may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to book a room.
Sure. What kind do you need and what dates will you need it?
Okay, so what kind do you need? Right.
So what kind of room are we going to...
Different terms. So what we'll find out here. So Paul says a single room is fine, and I need it next month from the 21st to the 23rd. Okay, so it says a single room is fine. So if we say a single room, that just means one, right? Single means one.
Yeah.
So it means a room for one person.
That's right, yeah.
So he's going to be alone, or maybe he just needs a small bed, and maybe, you know, him and another person could just sleep in the single room
Two
and
people
save money.
sharing a single room. I know some hotels will make you pay more. If you're,
Oh, that's true. Just don't tell them.
yeah. So what other kind of rooms could you have?
So a double room,
That's right.
right? Are there any other types of rooms for how many people? Do you have oh yeah, I guess you could have a triple room.
I think, yeah, they have I think they call it a quad room where you have one room for 4 people.
Yeah, and so normally it'll be kind of like the amount of beds that are in there, right? Or how many people that can sleep in there comfortably.
Yes.
Obviously, somebody could sleep on the floor if you don't care, but probably you're going to want to sleep in a bed.
I think so. So he said a single room is fine.
Fine.
So that means it's acceptable. That means that's good for him. It's okay
No problem.
for him. No problem. So a single room, he doesn't need more than that. It's fine.
So this word fine is a little bit tricky to understand because sometimes it can mean excellent or very high class, expensive, like a fine restaurant, a fine hotel, fine dining. It means excellent and expensive, right?
Yeah, it means it's going to be more expensive. It's something better. So, but usually when we use it that way, it's fine, the adjective coming before the noun it's describing.
Right.
So to say it's a fine restaurant means it's very good, but if you say the restaurant is fine,
If I say to you, how was the restaurant last night?
it was fine. It means it's okay.
It's okay. It's acceptable.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound great. If you ask me, how was your date with Linda? I said, it was fine.
Yeah, I would think maybe it wasn't great. So.
Yeah, maybe I won't be going on a second date.
Yes.
Okay. So I think that they should understand this lesson so far pretty fine. Do you think everything we said is fine so far?
I hope it was actually better than fine.
Okay, at least fine.
At least fine, if not much better.
All right, let's take a break and let's think about how to make it even better.
All right, I'll see you after the break.
Let's see. We still have some rooms available.
Also, when can I check in? And what time do I have to check out?
You can check in at 3 p.m. and check out at 11 a.m.
Great, thanks.
Welcome back. So before the break, Paul is booking a hotel, and he needs a room from the 21st to the 23rd next month. So he's going to get a single room. He wants a single room, right?
Yeah,
So-
and he'll stay there for 2 nights if he's
Yeah.
from 21st to 23rd.
Right. Okay. So what happens next?
Okay, so the clerk says, let's see. We still have some rooms available.
So let's see. So they're probably checking to make sure that there are some rooms available. So if something is available, that means it's able to be used or it's possible to get. So you can get a room for those nights.
Yeah,
Right?
or use a room for those
Yeah,
nights.
well, if you get it, you will use it.
Yes.
Right?
So, yeah, so if you book in advance for a hotel like I do, then there'll always be many rooms available and many hotels available, so you can choose the perfect place for you. But if you just show up somewhere,
Yeah, but what if you end up like changing your plans at the last minute? Then you have to like cancel your room, and then maybe you can't get your money back. If I get to a city and then I feel like I don't want to be in this neighborhood and I want to be in that neighborhood, I don't have to cancel my hotel and maybe have to pay some fee.
if you choose the right one the first time when they're all available, you won't have to cancel.
Agree to disagree. Okay. So Paul says, also, when can I check in and what time do I have to check out?
Okay.
Check in, check out.
Right. Check in, check out. So first is check in, and to check in means when you arrive at a hotel and you're ready to go into your room. So what you'll usually do, you'll usually have to write down your name maybe, you might have to sign something, you'll probably have to give some kind of ID. And then they'll give you your room key and you can go into your room.
Maybe just tell you about what kind of things are at the hotel, or maybe they'll tell you what's nearby, give you some more information about the hotel. Okay, and check out. Well, when you are done at the hotel and you want to leave the hotel, you check out. So if you haven't already paid, maybe you will pay at that time, or maybe when you were staying in the hotel, I don't know if you do this, maybe you want to get something out of the refrigerator bar, like maybe some drinks, or maybe you want to watch a movie.
Okay.
You might need to pay for those things when you leave while you're checking out.
Right, so there might be other things you need to pay for.
Yeah, so sometimes you can get an early check-in or even a late check-out, right?
Yeah, so actually last weekend I stayed at a hotel which had self-check-in.
Self-check-in?
So what they did was they sent me a message on my phone with a code for the front door and another code for the room. So for the check-in, I just went in myself, and even the check-out, the whole time, I didn't see anyone working there.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so.
But then you kind of don't feel like you're really getting taken care of.
It was cheap.
Oh, it's cheap. Okay, okay, that's good.
Okay. So the clerk tells him, you can check in at 3 p.m. and check out at 11 a.m.
Okay, I think that's pretty standard, right?
Yeah, I think that's the times for most hotels. That's what I would expect if I didn't hear anything different.
All right, so Paul says, great, thanks.
Okay.
So since that's standard, I think he's okay, but I prefer if I can get an early check-in.
Yeah, I think, usually if you arrive somewhere early and you have to wait around until 3 p.m., it's not
Yeah,
very
you don't
fun.
know what to do because you get to the hotel and then you have all your luggage with you, and you just feel like, I just want to put it in there and then go out and enjoy my trip.
Yeah, sometimes if I see a room that has too early of a checkout, like 10 a.m., 10 a.m. is a little too early. So I'll usually not choose that hotel when I'm booking because I've booked in advance and seen all the information.
Okay, booking in advance is better, fine. Okay, I think that's a good place to end, and hopefully you've learned a little bit about how to check in, check out of a hotel, how to reserve a hotel.
Yeah, and I hope you can learn more about asking about date and time next time.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Paul is talking to a hotel clerk on the telephone.
ABC Hotel, how may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to book a room.
Sure. What kind do you need and what dates will you need it?
A single room is fine, and I need it next month from the 21st to the 23rd.
Let's see. We still have some rooms available.
Also, when can I check in, and what time do I have to check out?
You can check in at 3 p.m. and check out at 11 a.m.
Great, thanks.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下这课的重点单字。第一个 book 动词预定。My boyfriend booked a table for us at our favorite restaurant for tonight. 我男友在我们最喜欢的餐厅订了今晚的桌位。下一个单字 single 形容词单人的。I'd like to book a single room for tonight. 我想要预订一间今晚的单人房。下一个单字 fine 形容词可接受的无妨的。10 minutes is fine. I just want to check something with you. 10分钟也无妨，我只是想跟你确认某件事。最后一个单字 available 形容词可提供的可使用的。There is only one single room available. 只剩下一间单人房了。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 Paul is talking to a hotel clerk on the telephone. 保罗正在和一位饭店接待人员讲电话。Talk to somebody on the telephone 表示和某人正在讲电话。我们来看看这个例句。Sandra is talking to her mother on the telephone now. Sandra 现在正在和她的妈妈通电话。下一个文法 How may I help you? 需要什么服务呢 这是一句服务顾客时的礼貌用语。我们来看看下面这个对话。Hi, how may I help you? 您好啊，需要什么服务呢？ Hi, I'd like to book a table for 6 on Friday night. 你好，我想要预定星期五晚上6个人的位置。最后一个文法 check in, check out 就是指办理入住或者是退房。我们来先看看 check in 的用法。When can we check in at the hotel? 我们什么时候可以入住呢？那我们来看看 check out 的用法。Peter checked out early and left for the airport. Peter 很早就退房前往机场了。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见喽，拜拜。
Hi everybody, I'm Stephen Rong. The building behind me is the TSMC Museum of Innovation. TSMC, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, is a Taiwanese company that just makes chips for its customers. Its founder, Dr. Morris Chang, is a very important person in Taiwan and around the world. This museum will tell us more stories about TSMC and Dr. Morris Chang. Let's go in and check it out. The TSMC Museum of Innovation is in the Hsinchu Science Park. There is a lot of detailed information and high-tech machines in the museum. The first gallery shows how integrated circuits, ICs, are everywhere in our daily lives. Let's see the future of the world with VR. That was so exciting. You should try it yourself. The second gallery talks about TSMC's history and success. The last gallery is about Dr. Morris Chang, TSMC's founder. Let me show you something interesting. I'm going to talk to Dr. Morris Chang with this machine.
"创新是非常重要的东西，为什么？我觉得是人类的进步 就是靠不断的创新。假如是创新少的话，人类的进步也就慢了。那公司以及个人也是一样，公司假如是要成长，假如是要成功，也是要不断的创新。
I learned a lot about the IC industry and Dr. Morris Chang. Are you curious to learn more about the IC industry and Dr. Morris Chang? Come and check out the TSMC Museum of Innovation.
See you next time!